Hi teacher, how are you? Expect that you're fine while you're listening to this. Well, here you can see I'm going to make my oral exam and it's going to be of why rich people are getting more rich and why poor people are getting more poor. Well, I make a little presentation in Canva because I think that if I make a long presentation, it will be less attractive to the people who is going to be seeing it, and so I only make two more pages so it can be attractive. Well, let's start. I wrote some important details of why people are getting poor and why people are getting more rich. Well, the first is the good and bad financial habits. For example, here it says that the poor people have the bad habit of spend all his money on parties, on unnecessary buyings, and they don't have a percentage of money so they can invest on some actions of in some in some actions on other things that they can make more money. And the rich people, in contrast, they do that. They don't spend all his money and save a percentage so they can make that percentage of money more money, and they can live on this. The second point is that the money can be reinvested and often come back with great returns. Well, here it says that, for example, if you have $100 and if you invest $50 in a month, you will have a return of $60. That form, that form of making money is very popular on the rich people because they have grown learning this, but the poor people doesn't know how to make that. And what they do is to put, for example, traditional business, what where it comes a great utility, but the time of getting utility is more. It takes more time than if you invest that money on other things. Well, and the final page, it says why people is poor. In this page, I especially make an investigation on some portals on internet or basing me on what people say on his personal opinion, and I found interesting this one. The most people are poor not because there is an economic deficit, nor because of the lack of resources. Rather, in the capitalist society, agriculture, technology, means of production have increased and have advanced by leaps and bounds, but each time they have been centralized in few hands. Well, what here it says is, for example, when the people uh, when the people say that the government are wrong, or well, when people blame to the government, is because here it says that only a little percentage of society have the money of all a town or all a city, and this happened here in Mexico and I think in other countries too. But what the people can do is make his own investments so they can have their own money without being held with the government. But well, another important point is that the rich people have the capital so they can invest, and the poor people, they don't have the capital so they can invest. Because, for example, here in Mexico, a lot of people win the minimum salary and they don't have like a percentage so they can make investments, and they need to live with all his salary, and that's another part that affect why the people doesn't get more money. Well, I think that is all. In resume and in my personal opinion, I think that everyone can make his own money without any help, but it depends on what you want to make and if you have por así decirlo, ganas en español to make it. And I think that nothing is impossible, and the poor people can get rich, as we can see in a lot of different histories. So it's only that the poor people get up and start working more hard than anyone, so they can get until the day that they become a part of the rich people class. Well, thanks for all, and thanks for your attention. That was my presentation. Thanks.